All right, hello.
Hello.
Good afternoon, morning.
It's morning.
It's morning here.
It is 11:28 a.m. Eastern Standard Time or Eastern Time. Let's say Eastern Time.
That's afternoon.
11:30?
Yeah, right?
No, that's morning.
It's
afternoon is afternoon.
Just stop. It's not morning anymore. But welcome to Needles at the Ready. I'm Kevin.
It's 11:28 a.m. I'm Ray. Welcome to Needles at the Ready. Why don't you start again?
Hello.
Hello.
And welcome to Needles at the Ready. I'm Kevin.
I'm Ray.
Today is Saturday, August 30th. This is episode 142 of our YouTube channel, where we talk about knitting, crocheting, yarn dyeing.
We've done this a few times.
I know, right? Can you believe, it's August, really the end, but we're like 4 months away from 6 years? Yeah,
wow.
From 6 years. Oh, this is so good. I love this smell.
Do you want to share it with the team?
I just put on some Tuft cider donut.
Tuft. The cider donut's delicious.
Yeah.
Oh, it smells really good.
It does.
Yeah.
So, welcome back to all the returning viewers and welcome to any new viewers. Thanks for joining us and spending some time with us this weekend or whenever you watch it in the future.
It's great to be here. It's great to have you here. Welcome back. Welcome. Yeah. Welcome for the first time.
And it's been 2 weeks since we've last recorded, so
sure has.
We're on schedule, and we're not going to be recording for a month after this.
I know. Wow.
I know we're not going to be recording again till the end of September.
Right. You know what? Maybe we'll do some little quick lives or something.
We sure
from our phone, like a Instagram live or whatever. Maybe I'm going to commit. I'm going to write that down.
Good for you, because I know us. And I know that we probably won't do that. If we do, it would be the weekend of our trunk show.
Yeah, we have a lot of really fun things coming up.
Do we?
But wouldn't it be fun if we did something while we were on the cruise? Do little snippets and things?
We can't.
Oh, yeah, because
we're on a cruise.
international.
Yeah, waters and stuff like that.
Unless somebody wants to pay our phone bill, let me know.
So, today we don't actually have, much. I was just thinking about this as we came up. We each have one FO. And we each have one whip. And it's funny how we gauge how much knitting we do by the number of projects. Sometimes knitting or crocheting or crafting.
Oh, that's a good point.
Right? Sometimes we gauge it by the number of things that we worked on when we've made significant progress on one item each.
Right.
And we should celebrate that.
Celebrate good times. Come on.
But not...
It's celebration.
And not leave the celebration to having 10 whips.
You're 100% correct.
You know?
As fun as it is to show off a billion different projects and stuff, you should celebrate your successes, even if it's only a row a week or two, you know?
True. But what I'm saying, the point of that is that we've made a lot of progress on one particular item. So that's a good thing.
It's a great thing. It's also great to be here.
Can't stand you.
I may be on my third cup of coffee today.
Yeah.
So here we are.
So we're going to jump into what we've done over the last 2 weeks. Let's just
not much.
Nothing.
Yeah, no, it's not been much at all. You were not feeling well last week.
No, I got last Tuesday, pretty much from Tuesday to even, we'll say Sunday. Mm-hmm. I was pretty much...
Well, the week before last, basically.
Yeah, this week I was fine. Literally right after podcasting, that following Tuesday, my body just kind of shut down.
Yeah.
And I wasn't able to do much until Saturday that week. I went to go get my hair, or we went to get our haircut, and that was about it. Saturday and Sunday were still a struggle last weekend, but yeah, it's been, the past 4 weeks, it's been a rough 4 weeks. My mother was diagnosed with stage 1 breast cancer. Mm-hmm. So we've had a lot of appointments and we've had to schedule her lumpectomy for the end of September. So it's just been a lot mentally and emotionally. And I think once we had her appointment with would you say cancer team? Kind of?
I mean, it is a whole
It's her
team.
surgeon and the team. Mm-hmm. Because she hasn't met with her oncologist yet. That's after the surgery. But once we met with them that Monday and got the diagnosis and the plan for the surgery, Tuesday I was done. I was just kind of shut down. And I spent 2 days not knitting.
You certainly went down a rabbit hole.
Literally just on the couch watching YouTube videos about pocket notebooks and journaling and commonplace books. So I made purchases of a little Lockbee pocket notebook, and I bought a bunch of field notes, and like I've started using them. And,
I'm surprised you didn't buy me one.
Here's my to-do list for the day, and I bought a journal that I'll start using on September 1st because I did used to journal a lot when I was in my late teens and early 20s. I struggled a lot with depression in that time frame, so journaling really helped me through it.
Yeah.
That was way before I had knitting in my life. So I thought about it, like I had a lot of thoughts this week about like my health, my mental health and my physical health, and realized that I hadn't been taking a lot of time. I've been putting my mother's needs really before mine, which is good. Like she needs it because she doesn't drive and she needs the support for stuff. But I've let a lot of stuff for myself kind of go to the back burner. And I had to really realize that I needed to stop doing that. And because I work by myself at home with nobody around, I don't vent a lot of my feelings, so I need to find a way to start getting those out again. And the best way for me, I think, is going to be journaling, so I get to start that. So I'm excited to do that and love that rabbit hole. And I still watch videos most days on pocket notebooks and journaling and commonplace notebooks.
Yeah, I think it's really interesting to hear that, like, that's such a huge thing for people, you know? I mean, there's things out there for everybody, but it was really interesting to hear you talk about it and, like, to see you using it. And, I'm excited for you. Because I remember, like, when we first met, you were definitely a journalist. Or whatever.
Not a journalist.
Not a journalist, but
a journaler.
A journaler, right. And we've made many trips to, like, Barnes and Noble and Whistle Stop Bookshop, and
I still have so many of them.
I know. But I remember, like, once we started dating, and I think when you were sure of me, you let me read...
Oh, yeah, some of the old ones. Like, probably from when I was, like, 16 or something like that.
And then we also had... Do you remember... we got it at a bookstore. I think I got it for us.
I know exactly what you're going to say.
It was like an All About Me book.
Yeah.
Have you guys ever heard of these? I don't know if they still are around
because
social media is so prevalent now. But this was, of course, way back before any of that stuff.
Before color
But there was this like All About Me book. And so like you basically fill it out all about yourself, like favorite color, favorite hobbies. I wonder if we still even have them.
I bet we do.
I bet we do. It would be interesting to look back and, like, you know, I don't know, all these different things, like best vacation, like, and how do you feel about this? And, like, you fill out the book, and I think it's meant for you to, like, look back on, you know, or to keep that. But what we ended up doing was I bought one for each of us, and we filled them out, and then we gave them to each other.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, to kind of get to know
I'm pretty
better.
confident. I'm pretty confident I still have that one.
Yeah. Oh, that would be so interesting to go back and take a look.
So that's been my journey though for the past like 2 weeks, and now for me it's just I lost a week worth of dyeing too for the Skein Trunk show, so it's really just been kind of figuring that out and how I can make up that 1 week of dyeing over the next, like, I only have 1 full week left, but I made progress this week, so that's good.
You sure did. So that'll be a good transition because I don't think there was anything else that we have done.
No, I don't think so. We obviously didn't do anything last weekend because I wasn't feeling well. So yeah, for you, it's just been work life, like norms, Monday through Friday
like,
stuff.
Well, getting back to work after being off for a week.
Oh, that's right.
Was really tough. But hey, did it. We're coming into performance review season, so that's always exciting.
Good times. I always love those.
Always, me too. And that's kind of what it's been. So yeah, we can definitely transition. I would love to talk about
stuff.
Yeah. Okay.
All right. So now we'll transition to Admin-y. We still have our Let's Hear It for the Boys, which is going to end next month.
Wow,
we'll close
already.
the thread, whatever that first day of fall is. And then we have to put prize packs together.
We have a ton. I actually was just looking at our prize bin. We have a ton of really cool things that I think we can put together.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. And then
maybe the next podcast we'll
have the prize winners selected. So there's that. There's still the From a Book Mal hosted by Fiber Hustle, Piece for Piece, and us. Again, Michael from Piece for Piece has a chatter thread on his Ravelry group, and that's just making something from a book that you own. Or a printed something or other that you own. That's a book or a magazine or something, you know.
Some printed material. A
printed material that you own. And then for us, the next thing coming up is we have our trunk show at Skane on September, is it 13th and 14th?
So, yeah, because the 12th is Friday. So we're going up on Friday. We're going to set everything up. So this is going to be a really good one. I think if you haven't had a chance, we talk about Skane Yarn Shop all the time. If you've never had a chance to go, I would absolutely say that this is the time to go. This is going to be a amazing event. We're going to be there for 2 days. We have some really interesting and new things to show. Kevin has been extremely, extremely busy. The very first thing is we're doing this is the first time that we've ever done an exclusive colorway. So Kevin came up with a really awesome colorway for this trunk show, really based off of Rhode Island. We love Rhode Island so much, and the people that we've met there. It's such a magical thing. So I will turn it over to Kevin.
So
back to you, Kev.
I did some Googling for some images of Rhode Island, and I chose this picture, which I've shown before.
Yes, you have.
But this is Point Judith Light in
New Gansett.
Wait, we're going to say it wrong in Rhode Island.
Not Narragansett. Is it Narragansett?
It could be. Hold on, I'm going back. I got to go back through the text messages.
I think it's Narragansett.
Wait. Narragansett. Yes. Yeah. So
there's a beer.
It's Point Judith Light in Narragansett. So this is the image. And I chose some colors, and I wanted to really try to capture not only the sunset, but the lighthouse and like the rocks and the moss. So this
so good.
Yeah, I can use this one.
That's the one that I just scanned up by hand.
Oh.
Because you had taken pictures.
So this is the colorway. It's called Gansett Glow. It's on an 80/20 superwash merino nylon fingering weight base. And this is how it looks in a tube. So I really love it. I love all the colors.
You did a great job with this.
The sunset, the moss. There's like little gray bits with little bits of green speckles on it. So yeah, this is
it's so pretty. Yeah. So we have already a pre-order. If you've not been following Skane Yarn Shop, you absolutely should. They posted and are hosting a pre-order for this colorway. We've sold about half of them already. So if you go to Skane Yarn Shop's website, you'll see where you can order this. You can pre-order this. So half of the quantities are already gone. If you're interested and you want to get this colorway, it's the only place you can get it. We're not going to be putting this in the shop or anything like that. So if you're interested in Gansett Glow, this is it's so much fun. I think that you did such a great job with this. Head on over to Skane Yarn Shop. Order yours. You can either pick it up on the day of the trunk show, or Justine and Lori graciously offered to mail them out to anybody who maybe wants to get it but can't go. In addition to this, we're also going to be having some sock sets, which we've really... Not of this one. No. I'm going to... In general. I'm going to make some sock sets with some of the one-of-a-kinds that I have. So I'm going to be bringing a lot of one-of-a-kinds that we've shown here. If they haven't sold, I'm going to turn some of them into some sock sets. I'm going to... Maybe some of the colorways that I have too, I may turn into some. So the main bases that we're bringing are going to be the 80/20 fingering and the 75/25 decay. So yeah, so it will be, we'll have one of a kinds, we'll have some sock sets, we'll have some mini sets. That's something that's amazing. I think that's going to be so good.
Yeah, and then this...
Especially as we start going into
Advent season. And
I know with everything going on in the world, like tariffs and things like that, there's been a lot of stress, especially with Advents, because you buy Advents so far in advance, and you didn't think that this was going to affect it. And, you know, looking at like Instagram and stuff, you're seeing that it's affecting some people that have already made their purchase.
Yeah.
And so I know Justine's probably going to do it again this year, but kind of like a lot of people have been creating their own Advents exchanges. So with the minis, I think it'll be a really cool idea if you don't want to keep them for yourself, but to get a couple and make your own little Advent and stuff. It'd be really fun.
So that is...
that's that. Yep, we'll be there all day.
This is going to be a really quick episode.
I know. We'll be there all day on Saturday.
And Sunday.
Yep, so 10 to 4.
On Saturday and 12 to 4 on Sunday.
Correct. So please come down, say hello, shop some yarn, get some new things.
And let us know if you're going in the comments below.
Yeah, for sure. We definitely would love to know if you're coming or not. And then if you're interested, we'll have a link to the Skein Yarn Shop down below in our show notes. So even if you want to pause the video and pick up that colorway, because I have a feeling that supplies will not last.
I want to see too if it's easier.
But I'm really proud of you, Kev. I think it's really exciting how you've grown.
Thank you.
Yeah. If only emotionally you can grow a little
So
bit.
if you go to their Instagram page, actually, if you go to Skein Yarn Shop's Instagram page and you tap on this link, a little menu pops up, and the bottom one is to pre-order Gansett Glow, and it will take you right to the pre-order. And then you just tap on that and order it. They're $29 a skein.
Yeah, great.
All right.
Lovely.
So let's jump into some knitting.
Okay.
What were you going to say? You were going to say, I think?
I don't know.
Okay.
I think often.
We all do.
All right. I think more often than most.
Don't pat yourself on the back. All right, let's do some knitting. So, like we said, we each have one FO and we each have one whip. So, why don't you start?
Okay. My FO is on my feet. I finished the
Are you going to take them off and put them on?
I'm going to take them off.
Okay.
But I'm going to try to do a little fancy footwork. So, I completed the Stephen West Mystery Sock Cal called Delectable Collectible Socks. The pattern is now out. It was a 4-week pattern, or a 4-week knit along. My first time doing a mystery knit along for socks. I will tell you that I was quite apprehensive at first because I'm so used to doing simple patterns for socks. This is the Delectable Collectible Socks by Stephen West. I'm so used to doing like simple socks or like a simple pattern or whatever, and I wasn't sure with all of the textures and patterns if they would fit well on my feet. I will tell you, these socks are so incredibly comfortable, and I'm also very excited about the colors that I chose. So last time I showed you, I had just finished Clue 3, so I only had the tip of the rest of the foot to go, not very much, and then the toe. I did make one modification to the recommended pattern. It's 5 mini skeins. These are just random minis that we had in our stash. And then for the toe, the pattern calls for you to stripe it, but I didn't have enough yarn of either of any of these colors to do 2 toes striped. So I brought in a solid color, a new 6th color, just to do for my toes. And I'm really glad that I did that. So I will show you. A lot of people say that it's like they want to see how the socks look on my feet. I will link, when I link the this below in our show notes, I'll link my Ravelry page there so you can see the pictures of it actually on my feet. When it's off the foot, it like shrinks up so you don't really get a chance to see the pattern very well. But let's see if I can hold up my foot. Otherwise, I'm gonna like kick out in front of the camera. But these are the socks. Oh, they're so good. Yeah, let me get a little bit closer.
Here we go.
Let's see how we can do this.
He's gonna fall
I won't fall.
How are you gonna?
Watch. Can you see?
Your toe.
How about now?
Yeah. Stay right there. Beautiful.
Right?
Beautiful.
Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
So, I'm really, really excited that these are finished. I'm really proud of how they turned out. So they definitely have a stretch factor to them. They fit me exceptionally well. They're super comfortable. Not quite sure how they're going to feel inside of a shoe. I probably won't wear them with a shoe. I'll wear them with like Birkenstocks or something.
Yeah,
or they'll just be like house socks.
I would think Birkenstocks over a sneaker.
Yeah. But here is here's the finished sock, all the different sections. So I don't remember exactly what the clues were. I believe clue 1 was the cuff and the entire leg.
Yep.
Clue 2 was this really fun heel with these little wedges, short row wedges, garter stitch heel. And then you just added some additional sections to grow out the foot. I did flip a couple of the colors just depending on how much I had left of everything. But I really like how it turned out.
Yeah.
So you got like some twisted rib. There's some brioche in here. These were really interesting to do. They were kind of tough on my hands. But yeah, and then this is just the solid colored toe that I decided to do, which I actually really like it. I think it adds...
Yeah, no, it was a good choice for color. I think it pulls it all together. So just for reference, this is the picture on Ravelry for it. So it's just so amazing what color choice does to it, because these are... And this is something that I've said for a while with Stephen West patterns, is that he tends to pick really bright, vibrant colors.
Yeah.
And if you're not that person, it may not appeal to you. So
Correct.
Turning a picture like that, black and white, like seeing it, it could
Makes
help
a big
you decide.
difference.
You know what's really interesting to me? For some reason, they feel like a leg warmer.
Oh, kind of.
You know, because of all
they
the
have
texture,
the texture there.
the crunkle.
Yeah, the crunkle factor.
Yeah,
I'm really excited about them. There were a metric poop ton of ends, but I did weave and Steven for the majority of them, and just snipped the ends. This is the inside of the sock. And I don't have any issues with it.
How does the heel feel as garter?
Good. I've done a garter stitch heel before.
Oh, that's
the
right.
Alacrity socks by Denise. Was really, really good as well. And you would think that it would feel uncomfortable. It just feels extra, like, cushiony.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it's like extra cushiony, and it feels like it just has this like warmth to it. I don't know if I would do a garter stitch heel as the only modification, or the only, like, what's the word I'm looking for? Pop of something, like a texture, the only texture in a sock. But yeah, I was really, so that's it. So that was the Delectable Collectible Socks. I will absolutely do it again next year. I really liked it a lot.
That's fun. And
I know. I did on the recommended needles, which was the size needles that I usually knit my socks on. So a US 1, 2.25 millimeter needle. I did the majority of it on 9-inch circulars. I did the heel and the toe on, I used Magic Loop for the heel and for the toe.
Nice.
Yeah, it was good. It was a gusset, heel flap and gusset heel, so you were picking up the stitches. I haven't done one in a while either, but yeah, they fit incredibly well. I'm really I'm very happy with them.
Really nice.
Thank you. I know there were a lot of questions about like how the colors were in the beginning, but I think they turned out really well.
Agreed.
So that's that. I was just looking at these behind me. These might be interesting.
What?
This.
Well, remember you got that at
I did.
Vogue Knitting Live 2 or 3 years
did.
ago. That's the Thundercats.
Yeah, and I kind of want to use that bag.
So
that's a really fun bag.
I know. Cast something on with that.
I know.
It's DK 5 skeins?
No, I don't think it's Decay. I think it's fingering. This is RayJKnits yarn.
It's not DK?
No.
Oh.
231 yards for 50 grams. No, that's fingering.
So you have...
Yeah. And it's all Thundercats themed. Remember when I got this? Oh,
yeah.
Oh, yeah, but this is DK. That's weird. Huh.
Yeah,
okay, sorry.
Pull it out, make
I
something.
get distracted. So distracted.
All right.
Okay. That is that.
All right. I have finished...
Give me sight beyond sight.
my basic children's poncho.
This is so cute.
By Chaney Billow. It is a free pattern on Ravelry. It comes in 4 sizes from 5 to 12 years old. Wait, that's a lie. 4 sizes. 5 to 12 years old. It comes with a gauge for a DK weight, a worsted weight, or a chunky weight yarn. And the recommended needles, it goes through all that. So I held fingering weight double. So I had a DK weight one. I used a US 6, which is a 4mm. And this is the finished poncho.
It's so cute.
I used a sock set that I got from Hugh Loco on her Phyllis base, which is 7525. And the main color and this mauve color were together. There was another mini that I didn't use, but then I ordered these 3 minis to finish it up because I didn't have anything I felt that would like kind of go with it. So this is for Riley for her birthday, which is in October. What I did do though is I shortened it because she's 3. So that's quite a gap. So I think I cut off 2 inches of the knitting. Just based on the pattern, the length from here to here increased by an inch per size. So I figured 3 to 4, I would remove. I actually think I only removed an inch. So I think it's cute.
It's so cute.
Let's see. This is... I had it in my...
I love this.
Oh Wow Amsterdam bag that we got at Skein.
Are you going to weave in your ends or no?
They're woven in. I just haven't snipped them since I blocked
Look
it.
how cute. That's going to be a perfect size for her.
And this is what I have left over of the main skein, and this is what I have left over of the second or the third mini that I used.
This will go over my head? Yep. Yeah. Oh, cute. Imagine. This is actually...
It's like a dickie on you.
Yeah, it's kind of cute. Not going to lie. That's actually kind of cute.
I just love the way that the colors play together. It was really easy. The only other thing I did too, which I don't know that I cared for it after the fact, is here where you are doing your increases on either side, the pattern calls for a knit front to back.
Yeah.
Like, I think it's two stitches, and I did mine 4, and I did a make one right and make one left just to make this a little more pronounced.
I like it more pronounced. It gives it more structure.
Because I know on a raglan for a sweater, I like a very pronounced raglan. Yeah. I think they look really nice.
Me too.
I also think what would be really cool if you did it this way, it would be way more work than I was probably willing to do, but doing a little cable.
Oh, that would be really
down
cute.
There, like,
or even if you do garter there.
Because you have it in the back here, so doing a little detail here could be really cute. A cable or garter.
Yeah.
Or even a slip stitch. Like,
oh,
slip stitches, maybe the 2 in the middle or something. Just something to add a little more detail. If you did a solid color, it could be really cute to go in and do some duplicate stitch and like hearts or something like that.
Oh, cute idea.
But yeah, I'm really happy with it. I love the way that it.
I love how your color. Me too. I think your color choices are always so good. But how you faded them is really cool.
Yeah, I really, really am happy with it.
It looks almost pixelated.
Yeah.
Right? A little bit?
Yeah, it's going to be super cute.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
Yep. So that's my only FO.
It's really good, Kev.
And thank you.
And I love the. I'm sorry.
No, to be honest, I will say this knit up really quickly. I had only knit up to here the last time that you guys saw it with the first mini skein. And I did this rest in like a week. I just picked it up and I just wanted to do some knitting. I didn't want to worry about, counting stitches or anything like that. I didn't want anything complicated when I was sick. So this was the thing that I turned to. And it was really the perfect kind of no thinking knitting that I did.
It came out really, really nice. And the pattern is nice because it's color coded by size.
Yes.
It looks like. So if you want to...
There's not much to it. You just cast on your stitches and you're just knitting in the round and you're doing your increases on two sides.
Wow.
Just the front and the back. You do your increases and that's it. So
that's great.
Would definitely recommend this pattern for a free. And what I really love too is the edging.
Me too.
I did a knit two together through the back loop. And I really liked it on here. I did try it on another project and I did not like it on that project.
For your bind off.
Yeah, for my bind off.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it's definitely a good pattern. If you need a knit for a kid, I think this would be a good one to do.
Or a dickie for yourself.
True.
I think it looks cute. Very cute.
All right.
And that's a free pattern, you said, yes?
Yes, it is a free pattern. And we saw this when we were at Simsbury Yarn.
We did.
It was one for their yarn tasting.
Yeah.
So I thought it would be really cute for the girls. I was able to use yarn from Stash.
Right.
I mean, granted, I bought yarn to accompany the yarn from Stash. But yeah, that was really, really nice project to work on.
Okay.
All right, now we're moving on to
I can't believe that's
whips.
it for our... Well, FOs sometimes, but usually
whips.
we have like 12,000 whips.
I know.
I mean, I did put a couple of rows on a couple of things, but nothing major to like...
I haven't worked on anything else. It literally has only been these two projects.
I did the cowl while we were getting our haircut, and then a couple of rows on those. I mean, I made probably did about 4 inches.
And you had that crochet thing you started.
I didn't do any more work on it.
Okay.
I've got to do that next.
All right.
I know. But I've been so obsessed with this next project. You want me to go with it?
Yeah, please.
So this is My Finest Kind by Alicia Plummer. And
do you want me to pull it up? I have it right here.
Oh, you do? If you have it already, that would be great. And I forgot my iPad downstairs. I made significant progress on this since I last showed this to you. Last time I showed it here, I was only maybe 8 inches or so from the bottom. So Finest Kind, Alicia Plummer. We're using the recommended yarn, which is sheer from Harrisville Designs,
which I don't think is I'll double check again, but last time we checked it was not available.
Wasn't. I think that there might be sold out, but you can definitely substitute a lot of different yarns for this, and we can talk about that in a sec. So this is the sheer that I'm using from Harrisville Designs. It's in their Wellscroft Dorset base, so it's Aran weight, approximately 203 yards per 100 grams. It is... Does it have a percentage? No. It just says Wellscroft Dorset.
That might just be the sheep.
That might just be the sheep. So it might be 100% that. But it's right out of Harrisville.
In New
Hampshire. The colorway is Hen of the Woods. And I was looking for that because I have to update my Ravelry page with. And
it is sold out.
It is.
Yes.
I think last time they only had the natural available or something like that.
No, all of it sold out.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah.
But you can substitute really, I think, any worsted weight yarn. If you have Aran weight, sure. Worsted weight, yes. The pattern is very forgiving. And I think any weight yarn would look really good. Somebody actually made a suggestion of using Lopi.
Yeah, I saw that. Yep.
It was a really nice comment on our last video of maybe using Let Lopi on the yarn. So anyway, this is a great yarn to work with. Very, very sheepy. It's very bouncy.
It is.
And once it's blocked, it's super magical. It's still rustic yarn. It's still a yarny yarn, but it's not. It's soft.
It is.
It's cozy.
I actually wore it when I was sick.
You did, and it looks so good on you.
And I didn't find it to be itchy.
Yeah. Okay. So here is what I have done pretty much, so all I'm doing now are the sleeves. So this, I think, like I said, I was down probably about here or so last time I showed it, maybe here. So I knit the rest of the body. With this, you do the back, then you pick up the front, and you do the left panel, the right panel, the right panel, the left panel. And then when you're picking up, and then you seam everything together, pick up and do the collar. And then when you pick up the arm, they've got some really interesting short rows on the shoulder, because it's kind of like a little bit of a drop shoulder. It's got like a shoulder cap kind of here.
Your short rows are here.
Yeah, so you're building your short rows this way, back and forth. And then you're picking up and then you're knitting like you would normally and start your decreases. So, for my size, which I'm doing the third size, I did go down a needle size, just a reminder, because I did talk about the last one, but, my gauge was, the needed gauge for this is 16 stitches over 4 inches. I was getting, I think, 14 stitches over 4 inches with the recommended needles, which was a US 8. And then I went down to a US 7, or a 3.5 millimeter needle, right? Is that what 7
Yep.
is? 3.5? And then from there, I still was a little bit larger. I think I was at 15 stitches or so. But I decided that I really liked the fabric. We went over the math on the last one, which I'm so glad that you all appreciated the time that we spent on the math to figure out kind of what I wanted. So my chest circumference, my natural chest circumference is about 40-ish inches or so. The pattern recommends somewhere between like 6 to 8 inches of positive ease, I believe. So with the third size, that'll get me about 45 to 46 inches. So that'll get me the ease that I want right in that window. And then I've tried on Kevin's sweater. It fits me beautifully. It fits most people really, really well. The fabric is very forgiving, and it's very stretchy, which is nice. I think the yarn absolutely, look at this. Like, I think the yarn absolutely helps with it too. So the idea behind this is like, it's like a sweatshirty, type of garment. I don't think I can put this on. Maybe I can. I'm just afraid. Let's see. Just want to make sure that my arms can fit through there. So, once, this is, I think this is good.
It actually looks, so yes, I think
I was a little concerned with the collar at first, because I did what Kevin did initially when he knit his collar. It looked too wide and like too loose in places. So I picked up some additional extra stitches based on what Kevin did. And initially it looked like the collar was kind of like up way too high for me. But once you built in the short rows and the arms are going to bring that down a little bit more, I think it's going to actually fit me perfectly. So this is the sweater so far. This is unblocked. I think it's going to be, it's going to be so good.
Yeah.
I love the faux seam here. Yep. It's going to go all the way up the arm as well. The ribbing was a modification. In the pattern, it calls for like a 4 inches of something around there, like 4 inches of ribbing.
It has a specific number of rows to do.
Of rows, yeah.
And it ends up being about 3 inches, but we both chose to do a little bit of a thinner one.
Yeah, and I'm so glad that I did. So this is about 2 inches of ribbing. And then the roll. I love the roll. It's like, it's there, but it's not in your face. I have plenty of ease. And I absolutely think that this is going to be, it's gorgeous. I think it's absolutely gorgeous.
Yeah, it's if it's something that you guys have thought about knitting, I would highly recommend knitting it. It's such a good sweatshirty pattern.
Now I'm hoping that, like, do you think when I block this, like where I picked up my sleeve stitches, it'll kind of relax a little bit? Not that it's the end of the world. I think it looks fine.
Yeah.
This is where the short rows are built. Right here, you have that little like extra bit here to pick up for your short rows.
Your sleeves actually look they're, I feel like, wider than mine were. But I also knit tighter.
Yeah. I like that, though. I think that's going to go really, like,
fits the style of the sweater really well.
Yeah, I think so, too. So I have about, I think, 4 or 5 more decreases to go. I may not be I might do some rapid decreases as I get a little bit longer here. Because this is, let's see, from here to here is about 9 to 10 decreases.
What do you need, 13?
Yeah. So
no, you'll be fine.
I don't know, maybe. And I might just finish my decreases and then go right into the ribbing. But yeah, I think that this is gonna be. I'm really happy with this.
I know. I'm gonna live in mine this fall and winter.
Oh, it feels great.
Yeah, it's gonna.
I almost don't want to block it.
It's gonna become like a sweatshirt for me. So I'll just show this again. This is what we did last week. So this is how we figured out gauge. So because we got on different needles, so Ray was using a size 7 and I used a size 8. We got 15 stitches over 4 inches.
Yeah.
Which means that we were getting 3.75 stitches an inch. We wanted to get around a 47-inch chest circumference. Mm-hmm. So that would give me about like 4.5 inches of positive ease. Ray more than that. So it meant that we needed to cast on as close to 176 stitches as possible.
Right, because it's bottom up.
And I believe the size 3 was 176 cast on. So that's how we chose the size that we wanted to knit.
Yep. So I'll probably end up with more positive ease than
me.
Yeah. But I'm not, when I block the sweater, I'm really just going to lay it out. I'm not going to stretch it. I'm not going to do any of that stuff.
If you wanted any more length, you could block it out to get a little more length.
I think the length looks good.
No, I think the length.
We'll see once the shoulders are in, and as it relaxes. But I will lay it out and make sure that the measurement, like I'll measure it as I lay it out. And one of the things that you can do when you're blocking yarn, like a sweater or something, even if it looks like it's longer, you can scrunch things together. So as they dry, like as the sweater dries, it'll, decrease in that, like kind of decrease a little bit more.
Right.
So you don't have to stretch it all. You can scrunch some things up if you need to. At least I found that worked for me. One of the things to address that Kevin had some struggles with, and I know some other people had mentioned it as well. This is the second variation of the pattern, which is what I'm going off of. There's a little blurb in there when you're building out your short rows, and how you're doing Japanese short rows, which is really interesting. It was the first time that I've done Japanese short rows, and because the pattern is basically a 1x1, like you're doing a double moss stitch, right?
Yep.
So you're alternating knits and purls, and the nature of you going back and forth is that when you're turning your work and then going back to pick up the stitch, sometimes you might end up with 2 purls together or 2 knits together, and then what that ends up doing with the row below is that you kind of end up stacking some of those knits. So in some parts of the pattern, especially where your short rows are, you may have what looks like essentially ribbing, for a couple of rows. And so in order to eliminate that look, Kevin, and I know Mari over at the Colorado Knitter also had, they kind of did a modified, like regular moss stitch, to kind of try to eliminate that a little bit. I ended up just going with it because there's a little blurb in the pattern that says you will have some stacking of these stitches, but it'll be in the back, and it won't be noticeable once everything is done. So I was like, all right, I'm going to try it. And at first I'm like, oh God, this is going to be very noticeable, but it's really not. It's right in the back seam
Which I just don't understand that.
I know, it's magic, right?
No, because the short rows aren't done in the back. They're done here.
It doesn't matter where they're built out. It's where you're turning your work. That's where you're having the issue. And so, like, you're building out your short rows here and then here, right? And then you're turning your work, and then you're going 4 stitches past here, so you're picking up more stitches here. You're turning, so you're building it out here.
Mine didn't go under my arm. It was here.
It goes just...
I don't know.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. I couldn't figure it out.
You have a little, section here.
Yeah.
With some additional stack stitches that kind of look like ribbing, but it's literally right in the back of the armpit. So I'm really happy with that.
Yeah.
I'll do the same thing on the next one. But you have options, for me, who's not comfortable modifying in a pattern like that.
I just didn't have the mental capacity.
Yeah.
And I think I also wasn't reading it fully. And I couldn't envision it, obviously. Yeah. So I just tried something
different. You're still having trouble. But
mine's different, but it's cool. It's mine.
It worked. Listen, it is what it is.
I just think it's such a good pattern.
It's a good pattern. And I think the color looks so good. It reminds me of I don't know. It's almost like Hen of the Woods,
I'm so done with you. I can't even.
But it's the squishiest thing.
You know what I was just thinking? So I just looked at the time of our podcast, and we're at 46 minutes, and we said we don't have a lot to say. And then that scene from Save the Last Dance popped into my head, where Julia Stiles says to whatever his face is that for somebody who doesn't have a lot to say, you sure do talk a lot. And I just thought that was us right now.
I'm glad that you said us, and I would have taken that personally.
No, so what I wanted to say to what was really interesting with Your Finest Kind and mine. So, again, we knit the same size, different needles. Yours has a ton of ease currently.
Yeah.
Mine, I had to block mine to get the ease. Like, when I put it on, it was almost no ease. Mm-hmm. So that's, again, just showing the difference in how tight. I'm just a little bit tighter than you.
Right.
So if you are making it and you put it on, that stitch pattern does grow quite a bit, especially widthwise.
Well, especially widthwise.
So don't be alarmed if it doesn't fit, because I was able to block mine and got plenty of ease in it.
Yeah. It also just goes to show that, the designers give you a suggested gauge. It's what it's basically, and it's usually based on their finished, the gauge of their finished object, right? And so if you want to knit it exactly like that, you go by, you figure out what your gauge is on your sweater. You can do a gauge swatch. You don't have to do a gauge swatch. You can, as long as you're okay with ripping out the sweater and starting again and trying to find some new things. But your knitting will also change. Your gauge will also change as you're getting into a pattern and depending on what you're doing. I'm probably, and it doesn't bother me, but I'm probably getting a different gauge on my sleeves than I was on my, on the body of the garment, because I'm knitting on a smaller circumference. And I know myself, when I knit on a smaller circumference, I tend to hold the whole thing and, manipulate the stitches a little bit differently than I would for a larger circumference. And my gauge on a larger circumference in the round is probably very similar to my gauge on a shawl, for example, because you have a lot of stitches over here, and how you push them together, do your thing, push them together, do your thing. I have a system, I guess, right? You go on autopilot, you knit a few and then you push things over, move things over here, and knit a few more, or whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, there's a lot of words.
No, and we also have to know that we were comfortable not getting the same fabric that the designer got. Ours is probably looser. It's not, and I'm not going to say that her fabric was dense, but if she's getting 16 stitches over 4 inches on a US 8, I would have had to go down to a US 6. You probably would have had to go to a US 5 in order to get that.
Right.
And So it's just, you make those types of decisions.
Yeah, and that's why it's so great, like, to be able to change. You change anything. Change anything that you want. Like, your knitting is yours.
It is. You do you.
Do you, boo.
All right. So next up, my only whip is...
I love this for you.
My single malt. We're not talking to you. My single malt by Maxim Sear. I am knitting the 4th size. So I did the same exact thing. I did my gauge swatch. I got 15 stitches over 4 inches. Mm-hmm. The pattern called for 16 stitches over those 4 inches. So because I'm looser, I'm knitting the 4th size, hoping to get the 5th size. The 5th size was for a 47-inch chest. I am using Red Stag fiber, which I don't have the...
It's right over there.
Yeah, it is. His Yorkshire worsted in the colorway... Oh, it's his Manor collection. It's Polwarth and Masham worsted. Yeah, Yorkshire worsted in the colorway Dunedin.
Is this the same color that... Was Kim knitting something with this?
Kim just knit. Remember, we watched yesterday. She finished the blue shirt.
No. That wasn't with that. No.
But not Dunedin. She's not using Dunedin.
Huh.
I forget the...
Me too, but it was a darker yarn. It was for her vest.
Here's where I am. I have finished the body.
It's so good.
I am on my sleeve. So I will say what I wish I did with this sleeve is I wish I alternated skeins. I did not alternate skeins on the body. Mm-hmm. However, my sleeves are quite stripy.
I kind of like it though. They're even striped. Like, they look even. It's not pooling. It's like, it's just striping.
Yeah, it's striping. So...
And I love the thickness. This is what you were talking about.
Right, this is what I was talking about with the pronounced raglan.
Yeah.
I really love the raglan on this. I am actually at the point on this sleeve where I can start ribbing. So I do have to think about that because I'm not sure if I do love this striping on the sleeve.
So are you thinking you might want to take it out?
I'm thinking I might want to take it out and alternate skeins.
Okay.
I just don't know. It's way more noticeable on camera than it was.
It is. The camera is definitely very different.
Than what I saw when I was knitting it. And I was fine with, I'm fine with the body. I know up here I have a little more of the light brown in it. But I love the way that the body looks.
Me too. I think it adds depth to it, to be honest.
I will say I tried something different for the bind off. It appears to be stretchy, but at the same time it didn't when I was trying to try this on.
Yeah, it looks good.
So maybe it is okay. I don't know. What I did for the bind off of here, since it's a 2x1 rib, and it says bind off loosely, I didn't know what to do. So I started knitting 2 together through the back loop. I didn't like it, so I took it out.
Yeah.
And then I went to good old YouTube, and some designer had said on a vest for the ribbing on the armhole, they had done a 2x1 rib, and they wanted to do like an Italian bind off. So what they did is for the knit stitches, they just did everything and worked the 2 knit stitches together. So that's what I did here. But it's definitely not as stretchy as it could be. Like, that's as far as it could go. You can feel the tension in this. So I may have to rip it out and redo it, but I tried it. I think it looks nice.
The yarn, the sweater itself feels like so good. And it's a denser yarn too. Like, it's a very different experience.
Yeah, so that's a really good point. So this is meant to be knit with an Aran weight, with Le Garçon. And the difference too is, what's this there? That must be, yeah. So the difference is with my finest kind, using an Aran weight, which is what it called for.
Yeah.
I used about 4 skeins. I'm now on my 5th skein of a worsted weight for this pattern. And I will definitely go into my 6th skein. So that's a 2 skein difference.
Yeah.
If I don't know that I would have needed 4 skeins of a worsted or of an Aran weight to accomplish this, but
What's the gauge you got on this one? Did you just?
I got 15 stitches over 4 inches. So it was the same thing as the finest kind. That's why I think a worsted would work for that. But
you just don't know your row gauge, so that could be where
right
the extra yarn came from.
In this one, I'm hoping I have the same experience and that I'm able to block it out because I
should
put it on and I don't have any positive ease currently.
Yeah, you definitely.
So it looks stretchy enough.
It does.
I just don't know if, I don't want to block it too aggressively where it doesn't look like the sweater.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, I do need to make a decision about this.
So I would suggest that the camera is very different. What we're seeing on camera is completely different than real life. Like it's very mild. It just looks. Oh, there goes my work phone.
You better get it.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know what to do. So I'll think about that today. But yeah, I'm super pleased. I think I was somewhere around here last time I showed it. So no, that's a lie. I just split for sleeves last time I showed it. It's knit up incredibly quickly. The pattern's really easy. It's literally the same type of patterning as the finest kind, but you get a break where instead of doing a double moss stitch, you're doing some just straight knitting rounds. So really easy once you memorize the pattern to get into, and you can see this pattern below so you know what to do in the next round. So it's been a really, really enjoyable knit. Super easy to knit while watching TV. I've tried it on and I love the collar. The collar fits me incredibly well. And yeah, it's a good pattern. I see why so many people have enjoyed knitting this. And this has been not knitting. It's been living in my tote from Gussie Bagho that we got from Jay down at Nashfest or Yarn. What the hell was it called in Nashville? The festival in Nashville. I think it's Nashfest, which I love this bag. So that is. I'm like, what is he talking? That's all of our knitting. So we will now jump into we got some owl post and we got one purchase, I think, between the two of us. So I'll do the owl post. We got a really nice package in the mail. Wait, scratch that. Let's start again. Last episode, we showed a bag that we got from RayJKnits, who was very generous and also provided a coupon code, which, if you guys don't know, down below in our show notes, we have a link to a Google document which has all of the coupon codes that have been provided to us. So there are, I don't know if I have it on here, actually. It might be on that iPad. There's ones for Wool & Co., which is the wool wash. I think there might be so now RayJKnits is on there for bags. I don't know who else. There's a bunch on there. So if you're ever looking to buy yarn or bags, check out that coupon code link and use those. But so we had said when she sent us the package, she had also in her little note said she was thinking about starting her own podcast, and she has commented that she has. So on YouTube, she is Nick, which is N-I-K. And I want to say, I think it's underscore. Let's try. I was just looking at it I watched it on my laptop. Knits. Here we go. RayJKnits. So go give her a follow and a watch, and then our friends over.
Who's this?
So Nick Knits, remember?
Oh
she sent
yeah,
us the
Nick.
bags?
Yes, I do.
Right?
I
She sent
forgot.
us the bags
Forgot
last
to
week.
mention her podcast.
But no, she just told us in the comments from last week's
Nick
episode.
_knits. We'll have that link down below.
Wait, is it underscore?
I'm pretty sure.
I just typed it and I don't remember. I'm pretty confident. Yeah. Okay. And then if you guys watch our friends Kim, Kate, and Laura over at the Knitting Posse, they have a goal to try to hit 10,000 subscribers. So go watch them, like and subscribe, please.
I'm getting very excited about Rhinebeck this year.
Yeah, you know what? I am as well. It
Yeah.
took me a while to get
Me too.
excited for it, and I just maybe it's because
Because
it's
there's
the
a lot
time
going
of year.
Yeah.
And we're getting closer. You know, we woke up today and it was 55 degrees outside.
I'm loving it.
So, you know, that feel is kind of there.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, I'm excited, and it's a month and a half away,
Mm-hmm.
pretty much.
Yeah,
kind of.
our housemates are like, it's pretty epic. We're going to be hanging, I'm sure you've heard, but like our housemates are the Knitting Posse, which we just talked about, and then our really good friend Sue, who's going to be joining us as well. She has for the past several years. Michael from Piece for Piece Crafting, Chip and Aaron from Fiber Hustle. It's going to, and like our friend Carrie from Creative Obsession. It's going to be a really cool house. And I like, we didn't overwhelm ourselves this year at, for the Rhinebeck events. So you'll see us at Rhinebeck, of course. We'll be there both Saturday and Sunday. And we'll talk more about it as we get closer, of course. But we are going to Indie Untangled. We have the 12 o'clock.
Yeah, the second time slot.
Mm-hmm. But depending on the weather, I'd like to hang out there for a little.
Oh yeah, I thought you were going to throw in another event. I'm
No,
like, there's
no.
It's just, you know what? It's we enjoy spending time in the house and spending time with our housemates.
Yeah,
that we wanted to do,
and we don't
more
get
of
that very often, right? So, I think it'll be really, really nice, like relaxing, and whatever. We might have some,
Don't promise things. Don't say we might have some.
Let's
stuff
have an
in
open
store.
dinner. Anybody who's interested.
Stop. All right. So while you were downstairs,
All right,
I started getting into Owl Post, but then I thought about Nick Knits and wanted to mention that.
Okay.
And Knitting Posse. So we got a really nice package in the mail, and from Mary of Hugs Through Shrugs. And we talked about this pretty recently. They had a trunk show at Skein Yarn Shop, and she just wanted to thank us for helping raise awareness for the trunk show Mother's Day weekend at Skein. And she sent us some shrugs that she made for us based on a lemon peel stitch that Ray had talked about
with my lemon peel blanket. This one. Actually, I haven't seen my friend yet. But this is the lemon peel
stitch
crochet stitch blanket. There's no pattern. It's just something that I kind of made up. But I will be giving this to my friend. Hopefully, I think we're looking to get together the first or second week in September.
So, for those of you who don't know, Hugs Through Shrugs,
yes,
they crochet these shrugs to give to moms whose children are battling cancer. Or those who have lost their children to cancer. So these are all made by people who donate them. And then they also send Care for Squares for dads, which are 36 by 36 small blankets.
Yeah.
Just intended for them to use while they're sitting, with their children. So she wanted to do something for us. She's crocheted shrugs based on the lemon peel stitch that Ray used. She wanted to learn how to do it. So she made each of us one.
Yes.
And she wanted to do this because she knows that we're making blankets for herself. Like, we probably have 5 on the needles in this
sure
house.
do.
Or hooks.
Ready?
Yes.
So this is the shrug. It's like so cozy. It's a blanket. It really is a blanket.
It is kind of a blanket.
I love...
Look at the needles at the ready button.
Look how cute. Needles at the ready. Then you have their Newport yarn and fibers button there. And then their logo, the Hugs for Shrugs, which I absolutely love their logo.
And then she asked us to mention, so September is Pediatric Cancer Awareness Month, and they also have another, it's cute.
Right?
Yeah. They also have another kit. It's called the Wishing Worm Kit.
This is cute. Very cute.
I love that it comes in this Chinese food container.
Me too.
So they're a new addition to their hospital care packages, and
look at it. Isn't that cute? So you have these. So it's not a pattern per se in here. You get a video tutorial link. You just can follow along with it. It's a crochet pattern. It comes with everything that you need in here. There's, it tells you all about the story, about the wishing worms. The tutorial, they say, breaks everything down for you. Super simple and easy to crochet. You might not be able to stop making them, they say. I haven't opened my package yet, but I can open it and you can see what's in it. Because they're giving...
So if you buy the kit, you can use the code NATR for free shipping through the month of September.
What?
So the kit comes with yarn, darning needle, scissors, a crochet hook that you need, which is a 5mm.
Mm-hmm.
Comes with these little cards.
This is actually really cozy, to be honest.
That just says, "I'm your little wishing worm. Let's talk for a while. It's important to me to see you smile. So carry me." Wait, yeah. So carry me with you. We'll make a great team because a wishing worm's job is protecting your dreams. So it comes with these in there, and there's a little QR code on the back. 2 of these little smiley faces
to make the faces.
And then it comes with this starfish story, and it has a 2 stitch markers, and this has the little ribbon and starfish, and then it comes with the information for the tutorial access and how to make these on this little card.
And if you all don't know the starfish story, it's a really powerful story. I love it. There's a lot of different variations, but basically it's making a difference in like an overwhelming situation, and that there are potential. It's like one of those fables kind of thing. Potentially there are so many victims or people who need your help that it can almost feel impossible to help everybody at the same time. So the idea there is there's a person, I don't know what their story, how they have it listed, but there's a beach with a lot of beach starfish that are basically drying out in the sun. And a man walks onto the beach and sees, in my version, I know of a little girl throwing back one starfish at a time. And he says, "What are you doing?" And she says, "Well, I'm trying to save the starfish. They're going to dry out and die if they don't get back in the water." And he says, "Well, but there's thousands of them. How can you make a difference for all of them?" So she picks up the starfish and she throws it in the water. And she says, "Well, I made a difference for that one." And so that's the whole point of the story, is that you can feel so overwhelmed at times, trying to help everybody and trying to do so many things. There's so many people that need your help, but you can really make a difference for one person, or, and that's really what the whole point of it is, don't feel so overwhelmed where you can't help everybody. So, a kit like this, or, an organization like this, where you can help one person is just as powerful as trying to help, 10,000 people.
Right.
So it's a really powerful story. I think it's a really cool thing.
So I went to the website just to see. So the entire kit is, you can purchase it for $25.
Mm-hmm.
Or you could purchase the tutorial and the PDF for $5. Now, mind you, buying that, you wouldn't have the little smiley face to go with it.
Right.
And when you do purchase the kit, you get access to the tutorial. This card is meant to be like a companion to the tutorial. Like it says that you actually need the tutorial. This just has some additional information, like a companion piece to it. And it allows you to pass it on to other people. So other people could make a wishing worm. So if you're interested, check that out. In September, use NATR for free shipping through the month of September.
How fun. We'll make sure that we link this down below.
So thank you
so awesome.
for sending that
Oh
to
my
us,
gosh,
Mary.
yeah. That
we
was
really appreciate it.
Really, really awesome.
And then the
This one's
last
yours.
thing... Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
The last thing is some Break in the Bank. And I just got my monthly fiber shipment from Into the World. Their monthly
This is
club.
so good. This is so different than what you have already gotten here.
I know.
So
This
far.
is called Glimmer. And it's Welsh, it says. And this I really love because you have the burnt, like, orangey red, some yellows, the blue in here, a little bit of gray back there. Really, really pretty colorway. I'm interested to spin this. And I know I haven't been spinning a ton lately, which I'm kind of sad about because I do really enjoy it. So I need to get back to that. That's actually going to be on my habit tracker so I can start tracking how often I'm spinning. Because I want to make sure I'm really spending the time doing it because I enjoy it. And I wanted to undo this thing and I knotted it. So yeah, that's kind of all.
That's all the knitting related
festivity
or yarny related festivities. I don't have any Breaking the Bank or anything else.
Yeah.
This time around.
All right.
I don't even think I have anything on the horizon. I was even thinking, like Kevin and I were talking yesterday about like trying to plan out already what we're going to be purchasing at Rhinebeck weekend. And I'm like,
actually, that's funny. I'm glad you mentioned that.
I might not get anything.
You're such a damn liar.
I don't know.
All right. So what was really fun in the comments from last episode is we asked you guys like what you consider stash.
That was so great to listen to those comments.
2 comments or 2 types of themes for it. One was if it crosses the threshold of your house, it's stash.
Immediately stash.
So that was one of the main comments. The other one was if it was purchased for a specific project, it is not stash. If it's just like a one-off skein or you don't know what you're doing with it, then it's stash.
Immediately.
Mm-hmm. But there were a lot of interesting things. Like some people, one that I did, I think I replied today, that I really liked is that this person is a seasonal knitter. So they buy yarn and maybe it's colors for like, or yarn. I don't want to say colors because it could be like cotton for summer.
Yeah.
So they had their seasonal basket.
Yeah.
And whatever's not finished at the end of that season then gets put into stash and then yarn comes out for the next season. And that's kind of how they work their stash. But yeah, I loved reading all the comments and how everyone consider their stash or how they like. Mm-hmm. And I really need to get back to putting it in Ravelry. It's super helpful to do that.
I just need to update my Ravelry projects a little bit more. I've been doing really well, better this year than I ever have in the past. So I just need to add a couple more things. I still need to take finished object pictures of my vest, but I might wait on that. And thank you all for the feedback that you've given when I was kind of talking through like maybe a potential modification for the vest. I was thinking about maybe taking the collar down a little bit. So really appreciated, the feedback that you got. So I might modify that vest. Once I do that, then I'll take the finished object pictures and put in my notes and things. But at least I have all of my current projects and everything that I feel like everything that I've done is already on Ravelry, at least with like a progress picture or something.
I need to get better at that. I don't do that.
I've been doing, it's helpful to do it on the phone, and using the Ravid app for me has been really helpful for that because it's easier to navigate. It's difficult still for the forums. And I apologize for people who have sent me messages on Ravelry. I just saw a couple yesterday and I did reply. I don't think I hit everybody. If you're, Ravelry is a great tool I think, for us. But for me, sometimes if you're reaching out to me on Ravelry, you may not get a response right away or ever. I don't know. So just, you can always reach out to me on Instagram or send us an email or something.
I'm actually really happy you said that, because I was on Instagram last night, our Instagram.
The Needles of the Ready one?
Yeah. So I just want to show this because you may not, and this probably goes for a lot of people. So on Instagram, you know how like when you're up here, this is where you can see messages that people send you. So when you have, I guess, like a business Instagram, you get 3 options. You get a primary, a request, and a general. For whatever reason, I saw yesterday under request that we had one, and I went into it, and there were like 10 in there going back to 3 weeks ago that wasn't showing up in requests. So it wasn't until I saw one, I think it came in 2 days ago.
Yeah.
So sometimes if people aren't getting back to you, and then there's a hidden request. So if you don't tap on that, that's normally literally spam.
Hey, babe.
Oh, hey, babe.
Hey, babe.
Hi.
Hi, Big Daddy. We say it like that because it's really a bosom buddy.
Yeah.
There.
So sometimes if you don't hear back from people, it's like we don't have.
That's a good point.
We don't have control over where they put some of these messages and how it's communicated to us. On YouTube, it's the same thing with comments. I have to go to like a hidden comment thing where like some of them need approval and you don't know why.
Yeah.
And that could be a couple months.
And we really do try to acknowledge, at
everything.
least acknowledge everything that comes through. So even if it's a comment on YouTube that we don't necessarily like type out a response to, when we heart it, that, it's just acknowledgement that we've read it, and then emails, and like we try to get back to everybody. I think that we usually do.
Yeah.
It's just, you make a good point with the hidden comments. And I find that sometimes too, like it could be a couple of weeks or whatever, like a week goes by and I'm like, oh my gosh, I do try to reply like in that situation. I'm so sorry I took so long to get back to you or whatever.
Of course.
But if you ever have sent us a message and you never got a reply, send it again. Or send it. Chances are, or send it a different way. Chances are that we just
don't see it.
Yeah, I promise you, we're not ignoring you. Unless you're trying to like sell us something.
True.
Not that you guys would do that, but we sometimes we get a lot of emails like with like asking to be partners and
for things that have nothing to do with the channel.
Random things, yeah.
All right, so that's end of the knitting content. We'll do a quick TV and what we've been reading update.
Sure.
So TV, we watched Long Bright River.
Remind me that one again.
That was with the cop whose sister was missing. We just watched it.
Who's in it?
Amanda.
That doesn't help me.
From Mean Girls, the chick from Mean Girls, who standing in the rain. Remember, she's the ditzy one. She's like, "There's a 50% chance it's already raining or something."
I know the person. Remind me some more. What happens in this show? Long Bright River.
Yeah, and her partner, like, oh my gosh, she's a cop and
great show. Oh my gosh, yes, you're 100 right. Okay, because it has nothing to do with the river at all.
No, but
at the end, they make that link. Sure, right. It felt like a movie. I thought it was very well done. It was like dark in the, definitely in the bowels of society, I think.
Yeah. It was, it's a single mother who is a cop in Pittsburgh, I believe.
I think it's Pittsburgh.
It's either Pittsburgh or Philadelphia. It's one or the other.
Might be Philadelphia.
I don't remember which one. And she has, she is a street cop.
Yeah.
And she really patrols and tries to look after the
unhomed population.
Yes.
That sometimes that there's a lot of like
addiction
drugs
and
addiction.
They work on
crime.
The nights, and
they work on the nights.
Yeah. But it was really, really good. You know what? I will say it was really, really good, except to me, the end. I felt like the end was really unrealistic.
Oh, 100%.
But I really, really enjoyed the episode. Or the season. And
because it felt like one long... It just felt like it did feel like a movie.
Right, and it's complete. Mm-hmm. Like, there's no second season coming. It's a complete story.
Yeah.
Then...
Yeah, very good. Thank you for reminding me what that was. I completely, had a brain fart.
Yeah, we also watched Smoke on Apple TV+. That was really good.
Weird show.
Like, bananas.
I didn't know how... That can't be realistic. That wasn't very realistic either.
Absolutely not. But it was really good.
It was good. That Tarrant... What's his name? Herring?
No, his first name's not... That's his last name is like Tarrington or Taryn. I have no idea.
Me neither. He was great in it.
Yeah, he's really good in it. And then something else we watched on Netflix was Criminal UK.
This is probably one of my higher recommendations.
It was so good. It is 2 seasons with a total of 7 episodes.
Yeah, quick.
Each episode takes place in an interrogation room, and that's it. Mm-hmm. It's 1 hour of an interrogation room for the most part. Like, there's the room where they're observing the interrogation, but outside of that, you're not really any place. You don't go anyplace else. You don't know what's going on. Mm-hmm. You don't know if the person to start, if they're a suspect or not. It's bananas. It was so good.
It was so good. It was high intensity.
It was stressful.
But it ramps up, and it ramps up. I don't know if it's slow enough where you don't realize that you're on the edge of your seat until you're on the edge of your seat.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was cool.
It was really good.
Yeah, it was an experience, I think, more than a viewing. It was really good.
It's not...
The acting was great, I thought.
So good. Mm-hmm. They have really good
names,
guest actors for each episode. And there's no real overarching storyline. There's kind of, but not really. There's no depth to the overarching storylines.
It's really all about the dialogue and the interrogation tactics and learning the story through the dialogue and not having any... That's exactly what it is. It's learning the story through the dialogue. And then you still, at the end of the day, you don't know. 100% know anything.
Yeah, they're
all standalone episodes, basically.
Yeah.
And each episode, like Kevin was saying, is one interrogation. So the names of the episode is the name of the person being interrogated. So, Joe.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It really, really good. Highly recommend that.
Me too. That was a great experience.
By myself, during my sickness, I watched Gone Girls, The Long Island Serial Killer, which was the 3-parter. That was really good, and that was on Netflix. You would think I would remember that, but I have no recollection of hearing news about
in real life.
Yeah, I don't remember. We're pretty close to Long Island.
Yeah,
so you would think that I would remember hearing stuff about it, but I really don't.
And that took place when, in the early 2000s?
Yeah, starting in late 90s, early 2000s. I feel like. Don't get me wrong. I think. Really late 90s, but the investigation led into the late 2000s, into 2015 or something like that. Some ridiculous time. A really ridiculous time frame. But that was really good. And then we are currently watching Invasion on Apple TV+. We have watched season 1 and we are currently watching season 2, and that's a very good show. It is about an invasion of aliens, and that is 10 episodes a season. Really, really good. You kind of don't know. You don't know what you don't know still while watching it.
No, you don't.
It does make a little difficult season 1 for knitting because there are some subtitles that you need to pay attention to. So I had to choose my knitting based on the subtitles.
Yeah.
Because there are some good portions of the scenes that are in Japanese. But yeah, I would definitely recommend that if sci-fi is your thing. That's a really good show to watch. Season 3 is currently coming out. I believe it will be out fully by mid-September.
Yeah. Every episode we're back and forth. Kevin and I are what if this is happening?
Yeah.
What about this? Could this be what's causing all of this? What about this? You don't, it's not fed to you on a silver platter.
Right.
You're you get little bits of things, and the more you get, the more confusing, but confusing in a good way.
Yeah.
You want to just keep watching, like, to figure out what's going to happen next. I think it's really good. The cast is pretty good too. They're it's just interesting. It's another really interesting one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then reading, I have finished The House Witch by Delemhach, and I'm currently reading The House Witch 2 by Delemhach. And I will say it wasn't until the end of the first book that I finally 100% got into it. Like, I liked the story.
Yeah.
I liked the characters. It was something when there was a character who was introduced towards the end of the first book, and that changed the dynamic of some of the characters, and I connected with the book at that point.
Good.
Like, it was at that point where I was like, oh, okay. You know? But so The House Witch is a book about Finn, who is a house witch. He is a cook for the king and queen in their castle. And it's just kind of really following their day-to-day lives in this weird, in a place where it's not kind of okay to be a witch, or witches are still persecuted to an extent. So he also doesn't want this
stigma.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to be judged by people.
Right.
For who he is naturally. So he hides who he is and tries to do it. He's awful at it. Mm-hmm. And again, I would say it's another one of those like found family books. Yes. Where he just finds his people throughout the book. So yeah, by the end of it was, I did enjoy it. And now I just started the second book maybe 2 or 3 nights ago. So I'm just slightly into that.
You know, now that I'm thinking about it, I think I might have had a similar experience that it was good, but then like as the story progressed, and I think that's my feeling about this series. You hit it on the head, like that found family, and like, you know, as the story progresses, as the books continue to develop, you continue to have that feeling. Like it's almost like you're getting fuller and fuller and fuller. It reminds me a little bit of like the Witchling series that we read. Is like the intros, it's a little different obviously, but you know, you grow to love these characters, and you grow to like anticipate what they're going to do next, or like, oh, here he goes again. I wonder what kind of chaos he's going to, you know, get into or whatever.
Yeah, so I am definitely enjoying the series now.
Good. Yeah, we'll see.
And that's it. It took me a really long time to read that book, which I was surprised about. This one's going a little bit quicker, actually. I don't know if it's shorter, but it's definitely going quicker.
All right. I have been really just continuing let me just go to my Goodreads. I'm still working on reading the same book on my Kindle, called Dispute, Welcome to the Multiverse. I think this is book 8 or 9. Book 8, by Sean Oswald. It's, you know, I'm now 8 books in, and I think when I last talked about this, I was like, oh geez, now at this point, it's like, we've done all of these things. I felt like it started to drag a little bit. This one is now pulled me back in again. Okay. And so there's like some new excitement there. It is a lit RPG. And so with those kinds of books, right? Like it's like an RPG, like you
a role-playing game. So you like start leveling up and going through dungeons and like all of these things. And I really love that. Those are my favorite video games. And then you get to a point where like all that stuff seemed to have stopped, and I think that's where I lost some interest there. But now we're picking back up again, which I think is really exciting. So I'm still on that one. The next, and I'm also now progressing. I'm on book 3 of the Ruins of the Earth series by Christopher Hopper. This one is called Gods and Men. Nope, that's a lie. I finished Gods and Men. Let me mark that off as read. And
live in person, I'm going to rate this book 5 stars. This series is fantastic. I'm really into this series. I'm listening to it on Audible, and it is narrated by R.C. Bray, who I find is a perfect narrator for this story. It's a sci-fi military story with like some alien invasion things. There's some really interesting characters. The cool thing about this series is that like I'm on book 3 now, and basically only a week has happened.
Oh,
Wow. So like there's so much that takes place, but it's done in a really great way. Their humor in it is really good. It's everything that I want, and R.C. Bray, I think, delivers a really great, entertaining experience. So it keeps my interest, and I'm actually really excited because after we're done podcasting, we've got some yarn dyeing and scanning up to do, so I'll be on scanning duty. So I'll listen to that book while I'm scanning up some yarn.
Well, we have lunch first.
We definitely have lunch.
It's 1:00 already.
Good for us.
I know. Right?
Wow, I thought this was only be like a 40-minute episode.
I know. That's what I said.
That's really basically all I've been listening to and reading.
Yeah, I think that's it. So it is short for us, an hour and a half.
True. As far as NATR goes.
I know. So
yeah, Nader
thank
Nation.
you for joining us again. We will not be back for a month.
I know.
We have our Skein Trunk show the 13th and 14th. And again, if you plan on going, leave it down in the comments, please.
Yes, because...
And if you want the one-of-a-kind...
Yeah, please. We'll have that link down below.
Gansett Glow.
Don't wait on that because I do think...
You can only order it on Skein's website.
It's a gorgeous colorway.
Thanks.
Yeah, so we'll be back on the 27th. Nope.
No, our next episode's going to be... the 27th.
27th of September. Wow. Because we have that, then we have our cruise. Usually we would, if we skip a week, we would do the week after, but we have the Skein Trunk show the 13th and 14th, and then we're going to be on our cruise.
The following week.
Our friend is getting married on the cruise ship, which you probably heard us talk about this a million times. That should be really a great time.
Yeah, so we'll be back.
Yeah, so the 27th. We can't do anything earlier.
And then from there, it's 3 weeks until Rhinebeck.
What?
I know, right?
Holy cow.
So, thank you for joining us, ladies and gents. We hope that you guys have a good month.
I know.
And
what do you say at that point? And yeah, enjoy your month off.
Have a good crafting month. We will see you at the end of September.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.